Alex says, have a nice poo. Is it weird to have a poo in the afternoon? Not really.
What? Is it weird to have a poo in the afternoon?
Oh, weird to have a poo in the afternoon, question mark.
Is it?
Nah, it's not. It's good to poo any time.
I think that's a beautiful...
I hope you're recording all this.
Oh, I think we are essentially ready to go.
Yeah, just a little burp. Where are you going?
Hang on. Who's at the door, Ellie? Hello, guys. Ready to do a podcast? Oh, I forgot we had a producer. Hello, guys. Right, guys.
Sounds like you forgot the accent as well.
I haven't forgotten my accent. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been on holiday in Scotland, Ellie, for a little bit, so my accent sounds a little bit different. I'm one of these people who, wherever I go, I take on the accent. And obviously, I've lived in Australia most of my life. But anyway, you don't need my backstory. We've got a podcast to get on with. Remember, guys, this is very exciting because we're now getting £2 a month in donations. So that's absolutely great. So we really need to step up the game, okay? Great podcast last week, by the way, David. Really great comments coming in. And Ellie, don't take it to heart when people say how much they've enjoyed
having me.
Exactly. She's taken it as a joke, so that's good, David. Yeah, I didn't mention the comments to her, but as long as she thinks it's a joke, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, it's just a little joke, Ellie.
Yeah.
Just a little joke. Okay, the podcast is great, but remember, more pathos. That's what we discussed. We need more pathos. Or, yeah, we can do that. Should we start with our vocal warm-ups? Tip of the tongue and the top of the teeth going up the scale. They say teeth in Scotland. That's what they say in Scotland, where I've been on holiday. So tip of the tongue and the top of the teeth. Okay, let's do it on. Tip of the tongue and the... Come on, Ellie. Tip of the tongue and the top of the... Come on, Ellie. Take this seriously. Tip of the... What's going on?
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know why she's not taking this seriously.
Tip of the tongue
I do apologise, producer. We don't even know your name. I prefer to be nameless. Okay. Tip of the tongue and the top of the teeth. Come on, Ellie.
I can't do this.
Time is money. There's £2 a month on this.
I can't do it.
Tip. Tip of the tongue and the top of the teeth. Okay, we'll have to leave the vocal warm-ups. But if your voice suffers as a result, then it's your game. I'm trying to be a professional producer here. You've got me in. I'm getting 50 pence a month for this. Are you? I don't remember discussing that, but fair enough.
What am I getting?
If this podcast goes well, I think we can get to £6 a month by the end of the year in donations. £6, I think it's £4. So you've got to dream big, David. Okay. David, yeah. I want to make sure you're on good form today. I want to make sure your improvisation skills are top-notch, so I'm going to give you a word, and I want you to throw something back at me, a joke. All right, okay. Didgeridoo. Did Jerry do what? And who's Jerry? That's great. Absolutely right. How does he do it, Ellie? How does he do it? You're a lucky girl. Is he like this all the time?
Yeah.
Okay, next word. Frog spawn. I've never really been into amphibian erotica. See what you did there, mate. I had another joke about chess as well, but I thought I'd go for the pornography option. Great stuff. Finally, lamppost. Why do sheep need letters delivering? That's great. You got mail? It's a great one, David.
I don't really need to be here, do I? You can just do another one on your own.
Okay, let's do this then. Are we ready? Give me a the. The. Come on, Ellie, give me a the.
The.
Give me a David.
David.
Give me an eagle.
Eagle.
Give me a podcast.
Give me a podcast.
Podcast.
The listeners are going, give us the bloody podcast.
Right.
Podcast.
We're ready to go. I think we're ready to...
I might have to go and get some tissue because he made me laugh and now I'm snotty.
I've barely said anything. I don't know why I've made you laugh.
I was talking to the producer.
Ah, dear. You go and get
some tissue.
You go and
Do you
get
want some tissue?
No, I'm all right, thank you. And remember, David, any problems, I'm in your ear. You're in my what? I'm in your ear. Oh, mate, your earpiece that you've installed. Yes, very good. I was going to say it's not Christmas yet. Don't joke about our love, David. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this, guys! Previously on the David Eagle podcast. Potential dog death for 10-minute wrestling match.
I've never seen such an ugly bitch.
After 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 5.
7.
The last person that I shook the hands of was Harold Pinter. You're in charge of spatulas, mate.
You'll make your match someday. You will make your match. And you're offering, mate. And you're offering, and we're going to have a fight. Big and hard, son.
Started out as just a cheap thrill. No, I want so much more. I want love.
Hello, small child.
Now it's time for the podcast presented by a man who once accidentally made a sex tape. Accidentally. It's the David Eagle podcast. Yes. It's the David Eagle podcast with me, David Eagle.
And me, Ellie Skinner.
And for those people who didn't listen to last week's podcast, there was a story about an accidental sex tape, but you'll have to rewind and listen to last week's podcast for that. And who knows, maybe I will be able to find it on an old hard drive, and if we get £20 a month in donations, no, it's gone. It's gone. Definitely gone.
I don't need to hear that, thanks.
Welcome to the David Eagle podcast. It's been a while since Ellie and I did a podcast. I did a podcast, a solo effort last week. The last time I think we did one was like 3 or 4 weeks ago,
Something
Ellie.
like that, yeah.
There's a lot to catch up on. There's been many a times over the week where Ellie and I have been having a conversation, and just as it starts to get remotely entertaining, then... Oh, I don't know what that noise was.
It's a good noise. Just it gets interesting, you say.
I say, just as it gets interesting, I'll say, oh, we'll talk about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
Inevitably, we've probably forgotten all of the... Because we don't make a note of it.
Nope.
So we've probably forgotten all the things that we said we were going to talk about on the podcast, but maybe some of that is coming up. No cassette roulette this week. Always tell them what's not coming up on the podcast. Because I've got to be in a gig in Manchester in a couple of hours, and Ellie will pick out a cassette from my box, and then I'll have to listen to it, so that'll be like 90 minutes, and then I'll have to put the bits that I want on. So instead, we'll return with cassette roulette very shortly. And also, I'm just a little bit worried that there might be more sex tapes. Who knows?
Yeah.
I maybe have to veto some of the cassettes. Who knows? But, Ellie, we do have a new feature inspired by something that we've flirted with for a while on the podcast, but it's never been a regular feature. So I've given it a jingle.
Oh.
And I had to do the jingle unaccompanied because I could not find the sustain pedal for my keyboard. So it wasn't easy to do any sort of instrumentation. So it's an unaccompanied jingle that I've done, replete with harmony. Now, weirdly, we said, this will probably be the last weekly spammer time that we do because they're all the same. But recently, we've been getting some rather interesting spam emails in our junk folder. So actually, it is the return of spammer time this week. So a feature that we said, it's maybe the last one, is actually not the last one. And we might do more over other weeks as well. But and also just various anecdotes from my time away. I've been doing the theatre show, The Ballad of Johnny Longstaff. I've been doing comedy, and I've also been doing school projects as well with Sean, songwriting and singing things in primary schools. We'll dedicate this show to the child who, when we started our little day in the school, we said to the children, and do you know who we are and why we're here? And one of the children put their hands up and said, are you the school inspectors? So then we did like a little thing where we were obviously singing with them, and we sung them a little song, and then I went up to the child and said, yes, we are school inspectors actually, but I just laughed that off because we're actually undercover school inspectors masquerading as folk singers. So just don't tell anybody. And I think he sort of believed me because he went, oh, okay. And then there was another child who came up to me and said, why do you need, because I was playing my accordion, and said, why do you need to play the accordion when you have such a good sense of humour? I don't know why the two are mutually exclusive, but I got a message from Amore a few days ago.
Yeah.
Regular listener Amore. Oh, also, before we do that, we've got another £2 a month donation in.
Oh, have we?
From Phil.
Oh.
So we got needed to mention that because they'll be listening going, well, hang on a minute, I've donated and you've not mentioned my name. I mean, I hope very much to get to a point where there's so many of you that I can't mention you all by name, but very much at the moment we can. We've certainly got the time to mention each of you by one. Anyway, Amore, she sent me this video and it said, animal calls at night. And I did send her a message saying, I'm just checking this is not the name of your sex tape. Because I was thinking after what we talked about last week, she might have gone, oh, Is that what we're talking about now? Well, here's a story for you. Because it does sound like the name of a sex tape, doesn't it? Animal Calls at Night. So I don't know what she sent me, because I've not opened it yet.
Okay.
Well, this is when she first got in contact with us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we were talking about, we played the sound of an animal that we'd heard while we were doing one of our podcasts when we were on a walk. And we wanted to see if anyone could identify what it was, and she identified successfully what it was. That is why I think she's messaging. But that was months ago. That we discussed that. So unless this is kind of like a thing of like, this is what I want you to talk about, and I'm not happy because you're wandering off talking about Prokofiev Evans sex tapes, let's get to back what this podcast is best at, discussing the nocturnal noises of animals. So with that in mind, let's see what she sent us.
Ever heard an unearthly scream in the dead of night?
The hell's that?
Startling calls of animals are a feature of winter nights and may explain where many of our ghost stories come from. The scream of the red fox can seem strangely human and is mostly heard in the winter mating season. This is when females shriek to indicate that they're ready to mate. You might also hear the unearthly screech of the barn owl as juveniles start looking for their first mate around Halloween.
That's the one.
Most of the time, barn owls are really quiet.
That's what we
But in
heard.
the mating season, they make a horrible, rasping kind of cry.
It's a bit like you, this, Ellie.
Most terrifying of all is the call of the lynx or the bobcat, which sounds a lot like a child wailing in distress. These only happen during the mating season because these animals are solitary and have to use these calls to find one another. So if you're spooked by a ghostly scream in the middle of the night, remember, it's probably just an animal looking for love.
So that's a video from the Natural History Museum.
Very good. I like that,
Yeah.
Amore. Thank you. This links us perfectly to our new feature.
Oh.
So I'll play the jingle, and now, ideally, I would have prepped you in advance.
Yeah.
But I've asked you not to do that, David. It's leaves the studio in an absolute mess, and she's got no energy for the podcast. Yeah, okay, fair enough, producer. I haven't done that because I thought it might be quite nice to have this a little bit of a surprise, Ellie.
Ooh.
So I'm sure you'll be able to, well, every single time we've done this feature, unofficially, we've done it off the cuff. So I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. So here we go. It's time to launch. I hope you'll enjoy this, Amore. Our new exciting feature. It could be a cat or a rat or a bat or a frog or a hog or a monkey. It might have a penis that's bulbous and fat or a long one, a short one or chunky. An eagle, a weasel, a snake or a shark with a member that's slender or glows in the dark. It might have a willy that looks rather silly or bent and misshapen and wonky. If we were on the radio, this feature might get us sacked. But now it's time for Ellie Skinner's weekly animal penis fact. Oh, is that the sound of someone reaching for that PayPal button? Oh, yes. Okay, so it is time. And I'm quite glad in a way that I couldn't find the pedal for the keyboard.
I like that.
Because then I had to do it unaccompanied there, which, you know, as a folk singer. I mean, maybe we get the young'uns to cover that one. Who knows? It could be on our Christmas tour coming up. I was going to say tickets still available, but very few tickets still available. Many of the gigs have sold out. Oh. I was going to say that's coming up in December, but it's a Christmas tour. I think you can probably work that out. Go to either my website, davideagle.co.uk, click on the gigs page, or go to theyoung'uns.co.uk. But anyway, Ellie Skinner's weekly animal penis fact. So, Ellie, I don't know whether we want to use one of the animals that we just heard on the YouTube video there, maybe. Was there any that took your fancy that might have... you might think might have an interesting penis to talk about?
I mean, I've just found something out about barnacles' penises.
Okay. This week's animal's penis is the barnacle. Ellie.
Male barnacles have one of the longest penises relative to their size of any animal. It can be up to 8 times their body length.
Now, there's something it says. I've heard this before. You've told me this before.
Have I?
Have we not done the barnacle?
I don't think I've done the barnacle. I don't know if,
I've not done this with anybody else. I don't have...
penises with other people.
I don't have, another podcast. People are going, does he have another podcast where he talks about this with someone else? With the other woman?
Apparently, water conditions dictate how a barnacle's penis develops. In calm water, it grows long and flexible, but if it's rough seas, they have a shorter, thicker one. And if it's not long enough, it can do something known as sperm casting. Similar to podcasting, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly. Now, you're going to have to pay a bit more than £2 a month if you want that, my friends.
It sends sperm out to sea for another barnacle to pick up, and it's not just barnacles that can do that. Other sponges, mollusks and corals can sperm cast too.
Wow.
So there you go.
I think that's a keeper as a feature.
If listeners want to message in and tell me which animal penises they'd like me to research to ruin my Google history, they can feel free to do so either through Twitter at the David Eagle, Instagram at the David Eagle, at the David Eagle on Facebook.
This would have been so much simpler if just at the David Eagle on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
That it's the same. As I was saying, I was like, oh, it's the same thing everywhere, isn't it?
Ellie Skinner's Weekly Animal Penis Fact. One thing, actually, Ellie, I've just remembered you were starting to tell me, and I said, say it for the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
A few weeks ago, you told the story of a time when you had a bit of an altercation in Greggs.
Oh, yeah, on the way to work.
There was a homeless guy who you've seen before and you've given money to and had a chat with, and he's been absolutely fine. But on this occasion, he obviously didn't recognise you, and he asked for money, and you didn't have money. And then he came into Greggs and he was threatening you, saying that he was going to the coffee that he just bought. He said he was going to throw it in your face, and he was calling you a bitch and all sorts of things, and was really aggressive.
Me for a bit.
And he followed you, and he said, "I'm going to throw it in your face. I'm going to throw it in your face." You've had another experience with him.
Yeah, on the way.
And I wanted our relationship to be monogamous, but if you found love in a strange place, and I'm willing to accept that. And that's all I want to say on the subject. No, tell us about the story, Ellie. What happened? Let us speak, David. Let us speak, for goodness sake. Sorry. Continue.
So I was on my way to work again, and I'd just been in to pick up my breakfast Greggs, which I do if I'm doing an early shift. And I was standing at the tram stop, and the same guy came along, and he went, "Oh, hello, I like your hair." Like, "Oh, thanks. Can you spare any change?" I was like, "Oh, sorry, I haven't got any money on me," because I don't, because who carries change anymore? But I said, "Oh, you can have this orange juice if you want, because I don't need it." And he's like, "Oh, I'd prefer something warm if you've got one." I was like, "Oh, I haven't got it, sorry." He's like, "Oh, never mind." And he showed me his new shoes that he's got, and he said he's got 2 pairs of socks on. I was like, "Oh, that was probably keeping you warm, because the days are turning colder." He's like, "Yeah, it's helping a bit, but it's not great." And we had a lovely little chat. He said, "Well, have a lovely day. Thanks for chatting," and off he went. And this time he didn't call me a fucking bitch or threaten to beat the shit out of me. So
I mean, that would be... Imagine if he went, I would get something from that Greggs, but the last time I was in there was this really fucking bitch. Spammer time! Now, I got something today.
Oh, did you?
I've not read the actual email. I just saw the subject.
Oh.
Which says, "We hope you are doing fine today." That's what it's called. "We hope you're doing fine today." Then it says, "Can we discuss it urgent?" Which is very strange. I mean, if it is urgent, then you would have thought, maybe don't call the subject, "I hope you are doing fine today."
Yeah.
You want to say urgent. If something's urgent, you'd say, "This is urgent." You wouldn't start with the small talk, would you?
No.
What does it say, though? Oh, God, that's all it says. I've just opened the email. It just says, "Hope you're doing fine today. Can we discuss it urgent?" And then that's it.
It's urgent to know whether or not you're doing fine.
Yeah, essentially that's what it's saying. Are you doing fine today? Can we discuss this?
Urgently discuss whether or not you're all right.
I am fine. I mean, okay, Ellie, but let's hear what your spammer time is.
Well, it's from the email address "Can't Poop." Subject title is "Poop Problems. Try this for perfect poops."
I love the word, because poops. The word poop just sounds so childish.
Yeah.
Like, we'd never say,
I don't think I've ever said I'm going for poop.
For some reason, doesn't sound anywhere near as childish as poop. I think it's just because it's got the two... Oh, they were testing the pop shield here.
And the lack of one.
We must get Ellie a pop shield if you're going to talk about poop. That's a good point. Well, now we've got that £4 a month coming in. Maybe we can get Ellie a pop shield. Yeah, but the word poop sounds so much more childish than poo. It
really is. And I'm guessing this is from... Yeah, I've just scrolled down. This is from an American company, and I think they use the word poop more than we would. So, is your lack of pooping making you feel sick and annoyed? Ever wish you could just poop every single day? Like clockwork, fully relieving your bowels instead of feeling like you've never finished? If so, you'll be happy to know that scientists have discovered an unusual nutrient which acts like nature's
that's
Drano.
Not something that you want, an unusual nutrient. Sounds a bit dodgy.
Also, there's a typo, because I think it's nature's Drano, because I think there's a Drano chemical in America that you use to clean your pipes.
Oh,
but
God.
they've put nature's Drano.
Right.
2.
Number 2.
And now this is in bold. Help you poop up to 171% more than you do right now.
Now, how on earth have they worked that out?
That's the difference between pooping about 2 times per week versus 7 days a week. Who only poos twice a week?
I've no idea. If you listeners,
Well, maybe we should put a poll on Twitter and find out.
a poop poll.
Then they've put, quickly remove 5 to 20 pounds of backed up poop that's weighing you down.
Hell.
I don't think, I mean, I could be wrong.
I'm assuming it's pounds as in the weight, not how much
rather
money you can make from the
cash.
poop, selling it on as like fertiliser or something.
£20 though, that's over a stone, isn't it? I don't. Who's backed up with
I don't
over
know.
a stone of poo? So you feel lighter, more energetic, and less bloated. It says boost healthy gut bacteria by up to 344%.
Bloody hell, what is going on with these? How do they measure this?
Establishing a bulletproof gut so you can stay regular, be less sensitive to foods, be less gassy, and even enjoy a stronger immune system. And then it says, eat this unusual nutrient for perfect
They
poops daily.
shouldn't call it an unusual nutrient.
So that was that one. The other thing, well, we had the other email, but that's not really junk. It just came into my junk folder by accident. Britain's Got Talent finalist comes to New Barrack Tavern.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is, I'm doing a gig in Sheffield at the New Barrack Tavern, which is a pub, and it's a comedy night. I don't know who's written this up, but it's very oddly written.
Headliner will be the unique and side-splittingly funny Mickey P. Kerr with his unusual mix of comedy and things people say. He appeared on ITV's Britain's Got Talent.
Things people say.
Yeah.
So basically, he'll just be saying things that people say.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's just gonna be
He'll be
repeating
using
stuff.
words that other people have said, such as, and more.
He appeared on ITV's Britain's Got Talent, where he baffled Simon Cowell with his Bag for Life song and earned himself a place in the finals. Support from winner of 2018's Nottingham Comedy Festival New Comedian of the Year, David Eagle.
I mean, I've also won Bath Comedy Festival 2019 and Leicester Square Theatre 2019, but fair enough.
With his various side-splitting stories about being blind. Also appearing will be the affable Hannah...
So not funny, just affable.
Affable Hannah Wheatman with her interesting tales.
She's got an interesting tale. Well, I might cover it on Animal Penis Fact of the Week.
Completing the lineup is the engaging and consistently funny Tegan Marlowe. Compare for the night will be the likeable Anthony Williams with his various amusing references.
What the heck? His various amusing references. I mean, the fact that
So
amusing
things people
is...
say, affable, amusing references.
Because you want, like, amusing doesn't sound hilarious is what you want.
Yeah.
Side-splitting, fair enough.
Rib tickling.
Yeah. The idea of amusing, the idea of references as well, what does that mean? It's just like they're not fully formed jokes, they're just various amusing references.
He's
Like, he
just
goes,
reading out things people
"That
have said
bit,
about his previous
you know,
work.
That bit in Monty Python. Okay. So that's coming up anyway, if you want
So
to
if you're
go
in the
along.
Sheffield area on the 14th
Or even if you're
November...
not, I think after that write-up you want to make a pilgrimage. This is a shorter podcast.
Yeah.
Because it's a very busy time at the moment.
Yeah.
Before we go, I will tell you this little story because I did a lovely gig with the comedian Tom Wrigglesworth. I got a lift to the gig from Tom Wrigglesworth. So Tom Wrigglesworth, for those people who don't know, he's done lots of stuff on Radio 4. We're in the car and he's given me a lift to the gig in Birmingham. So we got it's about, an hour and a half, 2 hours
Yeah.
from Sheffield to Birmingham. So there's a lot of time for conversation. And the conversation never really dried up. On the way back from the gig, I was a little hungry, so I decided I had some nuts in my bag, some pistachio nuts. And I started to eat the pistachio nuts, and then I was saying to Tom, and I knew I'd heard of it somewhere before, and I thought, I don't know if it's just something that I'd thought of, or another comedian. I think another comedian said this in the past, but I thought, well, it's just a bit of a conversation. I said, the thing with pistachio nuts, Tom, is it's very difficult to stop eating them, because you get one out of its shell, and then you start eating it, and that's just enough time, as you're eating, it's just enough time for you to get another one out and start eating it. So the cycle, it's like it never ends, because you get into the habit, eat, de-shell while you're eating. Oh, the next one's ready. Eat, de-shell. So it's very difficult to go, right, the next one, I'm just going to eat, and I'm not going to stick my hand in and get another one out. And then he said, I've got a routine about that. And then I realised, well, that's where I've heard it before. I knew while I was saying it, I knew somebody else had made the observation, but I hadn't remembered who it was. And so rather than saying, there's a comedian who made this thing, I just thought, I'll just say it as my own. I would never do that on stage.
No.
I'd never pass a joke off as my own if it wasn't my own on stage, but it's just because of conversation. And I thought, and then I was like, oh yes, well that's actually where I've heard it from before. So then I was a bit worried because I thought, well, he obviously thinks he's just stolen my routine and he's been found out. But then I was saying quite a few funny things on the journey, I thought. But now I was worried that he'd think, I wonder if any of his ideas have been original. You know what I mean? Because I'm like making little observations about stuff, and he's like, and maybe he just thought he's finally been found out because he started making it a joke, and it turns out it's my routine. And I was like, that's how I thought of that because you've said it in the past, and obviously a little bit shamefaced about it. And now I'm starting to think maybe he thinks that all of my ideas are just ripped off from other comedians. So that was a little awkward. Anyway, if you want to hear, he's got a great podcast, Tom Wrigglesworth. I particularly enjoy Weekly Animal Penis Facts. Absolutely brilliant. Maybe what we need to start doing, because I'm sure we've got loads of other things to talk about.
Probably have.
The amount of times we said save it for the podcast. And now we
barely talk anymore.
And the irony is, then we forget. We forget to talk about on the podcast. So there's so many great conversations that we could have that we just stop in the middle and we don't make a note of it. So
no.
Maybe in future we need to keep a note.
Yeah.
And every time we say save the podcast, you just write the word down.
Yeah.
And hopefully then we remember it.
Prompt us. If anybody does want to donate to the podcast, there is a PayPal link through davideagle.co.uk if you want to join the others with your £2 donation a month. If you want to do a £5 a month, you're welcome to.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, it's such a strange one. The only reason I mentioned it was because someone did.
Yeah.
And then it felt a bit weird not to thank them, but then thank you to Phil as well.
Yeah.
I hope that happened a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'd forgotten, and I'd not realised that. And so I hope that Phil hasn't been listening and going, oh, he's mentioned this David, but he's not mentioned me. Is my money getting... Maybe he's cancelled it now. Yeah, he's subscribed to the Tom Wrigglesworth podcast, which doesn't actually exist. So, before you jump ship.
Yeah.
There are some things I need to do before the end of the year, I think.
Yeah?
I think I need to finish... I don't know. Do I need to...
Do you need to finish My Penis?
I need to finish My Penis, as in the song that we did. Because I feel like, how am I going to put it on social media? That's the thing. Yeah. Like, if to do that, it would really need a video. Yeah, unfortunately, I deleted that, didn't I? I tell you what, I do like the idea of, like a hen party.
Oh.
And so there, you've got this, get your hands on my penis, and it's all these hens. Like, it could be me. This is just a way of... I like the idea I've just done this almost like to satiate some sexual fantasy, and I'm saying it really deadpan. I suppose what we could do is we could get a load of women to try to get their hands on my penis, I suppose. We could do that, I suppose. Hey, we could just be an exclusive for donators.
Yeah.
But I feel like the problem is I would spend a few hours doing it and then I would literally send it off to Phil and David. That would be it. And even worse, if I said, look, special treat, if you donate to the podcast, you're going to be sent my penis. And then I look and I go, right, it's just Phil and David to get... Oh. Phil and David to cancel that. And I've just created it for no reason whatsoever. Oh, dear. If any video editors, we need to give this a bit of a thought. But maybe that's something to do at some point.
Or
I
if
feel
any
like
of
it
you
needs to
want
be
to
released.
If any listeners want to send in some storyboard ideas for the video, let's make it a collaborative thing. Exactly.
So there's something to think about, because as if we haven't got enough going on at the moment. Right. I just loaded up did a bit of podcast roulette. That's my brother, Liam. I mean, I didn't mean to press it there. Podcast roulette is basically where we just load all of the sounds that we've used on the podcast before, and that's the last sound that we hear on the podcast. But should we end with another one?
Yeah.
From me, David Eagle.
And me, Ellie Skinner.
Thank you for listening.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, bloody hell. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.